Hello, good morning. It's Wednesday the 24th. I'm FX Blue and this is the market brief. So the UK's got a looming employment crisis and unemployment will tick up in the short term, right? Wrong. The unemployment rate fell back to 5% and 86,000 new jobs were created in February. Quite extraordinary. It was the first time the unemployment rate rather, since the pandemic started. Of course, nobody's popping the champers just yet. We do still expect things to get much worse, and unemployment does still remain the most concerning aspect of the country coming out of lockdown, especially when furlough finishes later this year. But it's good news nonetheless. We've got inflation data due this morning. That any marginal rise expected there won't really make a difference to the current monetary policy, as the MPC is comfortable to watch inflation tick higher in the short term. And despite the positive employment data, sterling took a bit of a beating from a dominant dollar yesterday. We were pushed to a low of 137.45. And we opened this morning even lower at 137.10. There is a little support here, but the direction is likely to be driven by the Fed and the dollar reaction. So there's increased risk to dollar buyers, who are no doubt kicking themselves for not hedging when we were over 140 earlier in Feb. You live and learn. In the US, Powell and Yellen tag-teamed in front of Congress, assuring them that the economy is in safe hands. Yellen confessed that the $1.9 trillion Biden bill will lead to tax increases in due course, which didn't please the Republicans. She also reported that the next support instalment, which will be entirely invested in infrastructure, will amount to $3 trillion. So that's coming on to $5 trillion. These numbers are getting ridiculous. To be fair, the US has fallen behind the investment levels seen in many rival countries, but these efforts to level the playing field have the markets looking at when inflation will rise, expecting the yields on government debt to rise almost exponentially. Powell, meanwhile, focused more on cryptocurrencies. Seems to be his new interest. He stopped short of talking up Elon Musk's Bitcoin book, but he did describe the digital currencies as a substitute for gold, as a good store of value. Yes, Jay, we all know that already, but when are we going to see the next Bitcoin breakout? Come on, throw us a bone. Euro dollar dropped to 118.40, which is where we open today. We're getting closer to that long-term support level around 118.20. The EU vaccination summit kicks off tomorrow. That's the main focus being, of course, whether they'll start banning the export of vaccines produced in the Eurozone. That might start a vaccination war. And it might be a bit of an own goal, because the vital ingredient of the AstraZeneca vaccine is manufactured in the UK. Fun and games and speculation for now. We should have a little bit more clarity on that one before the weekend. Right, that's it from me. Have a wonderful day. Join me again tomorrow.
If you do not have a clue, then just tweet through and ask FX Blue.